technology, where one click can take one anywhere. I happened upon an enigmatic Craigslist ad that would take me to a terrifying and intriguing place. It all began innocently enough, with a desire to have better gear for my camera. I had no idea that the camera I was going to purchase would record the unsettling noises of an unexplainable evil in addition to pictures. The listing was, to put it mildly, fascinating. Vintage camera captures the unseen. Unique features $100. The images that went with it featured an antique camera with an appealing vintage style. In the seller, going by the handle Shutter Whisperer, stated that the camera was altered to take pictures that were not possible with regular lenses. The seller's distinctive qualities piqued my interest, so I made the decision to get in touch and set up a meeting. And with rapid response, Shutter Whisperer gave an address in a peaceful area. We decided to meet at a local coffee shop so they could demonstrate the camera's features. The anticipation of owning a unique piece of photography gear overshadowed the dread that would shortly overwhelm me. I looked around the coffee shop when I got there, trying to find someone who met the description Shutter Whisperer had given me. I was greeted by a shadow-covered figure sitting in the corner waving at me. I couldn't help but notice the strange intensity in their gaze as I drew closer. The middle-aged Shutter Whisperer had a worn face that gave off the impression of carrying a lot of unspoken secrets. Shutter Whisperer handed me the antique camera without much explanation. Its weight suggested that it was older, and its body felt chilly to the touch. The features were distinct, with weird symbols subtly engraved into the body and an unearthly glimmer appearing in the lens. Shutter Whisperer said softly, "This camera can expose what the human eye cannot perceive. It catches the murmurs in the darkness, the hidden realities. However, take caution. Once you look through its lens, there's no going back." I felt shivers down my spine at the mysterious warning, but curiosity won out. After making the agreed payment, I eagerly left the coffee shop with the ancient camera in hand, ready to explore the unseen through its lens. I played around with the camera over the next few days, taking regular sights with a fresh perspective. The pictures took on an ethereal glow as they developed, displaying subtleties and intricacies that were invisible to the unaided eye. I got more and more fixated on learning the secrets of this hidden domain, as if the camera was a key. That interest quickly gave way to terror, though, when I learned that the camera could record things that existed outside the realm of human comprehension. Dark shapes with twisted, evil features hovered around the periphery of reality in the pictures. Horrible expressions and eyes that seemed to be peering through the picture's veil and latching onto my own being. I was forced, while terrified, to explore more into the camera's capabilities and see what it could uncover. I pointed the camera onto what appeared to be an empty corner late one night while I was alone in my flat. The vision that emerged was nothing short of a nightmare. A ghostly figure with arms outstretched and sunken eyes that seemed to be reaching for me. I was terrified of the evil things that the camera revealed, so I asked Shutter Whisperer for clarification. Their Craigslist account had been removed, and to my dismay, it appeared as though they had disappeared into cyberspace. When I realized how serious things were, and that I was alone with a camera that appeared to be able to connect our world with something much darker, desperation overcame me. And the shadows that lingered in the pictures started to seep into my everyday life. Unusual sounds resounded in my flat. Murmurs hovered around, and a heavy blackness crept around every corner. My nights were haunted by hollow-eyed, twisted figure nightmares, which made sleep difficult to come by. I decided to visit occult and paranormal experts in a frantic bid to break free from the evil hold of the camera. My search turned up a little poorly lighted, esoteric knowledge bookstore on the outskirts of town. I told the elderly shopkeeper about my terrifying experiences, and she listened closely with knowing eyes. She looked at the old camera with curiosity and apprehension. Its body was carved with symbols that seemed to speak to her, bringing back recollections of a long-forgotten language. She let out a deep breath and started telling a story about information that was prohibited and what happened when someone looked over the curtain. The store owner claimed that the symbols on the camera were evocative of a long-gone cult that practiced esoteric techniques. She clarified that the camera had probably been altered to take pictures of things that didn't exist to our knowledge, beings that weren't actually dead or living, but rather were stuck in a transitional state between two different realities. I could feel the camera's weight and the weight as troubled past weighing on me as she spoke. The store owner issued a warning, saying that after being seen via the lens, these beings try to make contact with the living. They drew strength from the terror and hopelessness they induced, feeding on the life force of the living. The store owner suggested a dangerous rite to break the connection, facing the entities in the pictures and cutting the connection between our worlds. The endeavor was intimidating, but the alternative was going insane as evil forces tried to eat away at my very soul. I got ready for the ceremony with the storekeeper's help. Equipped with insights acquired from archaic literature and esoteric rituals, I ventured into a domain where the demarcation between the reality and the supernatural became hazy. Images that showed the true nature of the creatures were captured by the old camera, which was now a conduit to the invisible. When the customary night finally arrived, I took the old camera and stood in front of a mirror. As I chanted incantations from the old scriptures, the symbols on its body seemed to glitter with an unsettling radiance. There was a tangible excitement in the room, an unearthly expectancy. The things from the pictures appeared in front of me as I stared into the mirror. Their empty eyes locked onto me as their twisted bodies writhed in the ghostly illumination. I was on the verge of collapse from fear, but the incantations shielded me, creating a shaky wall between our worlds. I could feel the creatures' hold loosening and their force diminishing with every incantation. It was a conflict of wills, an encounter with the evil powers that aimed to pierce the limits of our reality. The mirror seemed to reflect the struggle between the living and the ethereal, and the air buzzed with energy. I uttered the final incantation with a final push of resolve, and the beings backed off. The old-fashioned camera caught their receding figures, and the room was silent. The ceremony had been successful. The evil spirits had been expelled from my reality, and the link between our realms had been broken. I put the old camera in a closed box and sealed away its sinister secrets, feeling both victorious and exhausted. The heavy shadows that had been hanging over my apartment faded, and life felt more like normal again. The ghostly entities that had been lurking on the periphery of my vision vanished, and the nightmare stopped. But the mystery around the old camera persisted. Its shadowy past and the ceremony that had taken place there lingered in the back of my thoughts. Even though the nightmare on Craigslist was over, the evil force's echoes could still be heard in the darkness. I tell this story to serve as a warning to people who trawl the internet landscapes in quest of the unusual. With just a click, the ordinary can become exceptional in the world of undiscovered marvels that is the internet. The invisible may not always stay hidden, and the repercussions may be beyond comprehension. Beware of the mysterious cameras and the mysterious forces they may unleash. I came upon a listing on Craigslist that promised an unprecedented journey into the unknown. I had no idea that my search for technical marvels would lead me into a terrifying dance with the unknown where the lines separating the digital and real worlds would blur. The ad that sparked it all said, "Quantum computer for sale. Unleash the unseen potential. $500. The listing, made by a user going by the handle Quantum Seeker, asserted that it provided a quantum computer, a cutting-edge marvel that went beyond the capabilities of traditional computers. Enthralled by the prospect of unleashing latent abilities, I reached out to Quantum Seeker to schedule a consultation. Our meeting place was a plain warehouse outside the city limits. A figure wrapped in mystery, Quantum Seeker, was waiting for me. An intelligence that danced on the brink of comprehension, and something deeper sparkled in their eyes. A sleek and unassuming quantum computer sat on a table, reflecting light from its metallic surface. According to Quantum Seeker, this technological miracle exceeded the conventional bounds of computation by utilizing the power of quantum physics. I was intrigued and dubious about the machine's claim to be able to unlock the mysteries of the cosmos. It was a quick transaction, and I had the quantum computer now. With the gadget tucked under my arm, I walked out of the warehouse with the unshakable impression that I had purchased something more than just a piece of cutting-edge technology. The quantum computer appeared to have a presence, like an invisible power that was just waiting to be released. After assembling the quantum computer at my house, I experimented and ran simulations that stretched the bounds of traditional computing to see what it could do. Intricate computations that would have required millennia to do on a conventional computer were completed in a matter of seconds. I was both amazed and scared by this technical marvel. While investigating the possibilities of the quantum computer, I came across an oddity. The instrument seemed to tap into a world beyond ones and zeros in the middle of a complicated simulation. Usual patterns and symbols appeared on the screen, contradicting the expectations of traditional coding logic. It was as though reality itself had been penetrated by the quantum computer. My efforts were motivated by curiosity, and I started experimenting with the quantum computer in ways that went beyond logic. The abnormality intensified late one night as I was delving deeper into quantum computing. The symbols on the screen changed, becoming complex patterns that had an alien energy that seemed to pulse through them. A quiet, faraway voice sounded in the room as I was looking at the screen. The sound was faint, a series of mutterings that appeared to reverberate from the depths of space-time. The phrases were incomprehensible, written in a cryptic language that pushed the boundaries of understanding. Information and awareness blended into a mysterious dance in a world beyond the digital, which was made possible by the development of the quantum computer. The murmurs continued, becoming clearer with every experiment that went by. It appeared as though a mystery creature, trying to communicate through the language of the cosmos, had turned the quantum computer into a transmitter. Driven by a combination of curiosity and apprehension, I made the decision to get in touch with Quantum Seeker, the mysterious vendor who had first exposed me to the quantum computer. When I tried to reach them, I got no response. It was as though Quantum Seeker had disappeared into the digital shadows on Craigslist. Not to be deterred, I continued researching the quantum abnormalities and pushing the frontiers of knowledge through my experiments. The murmurs developed into intelligible statements that were urgent and ambiguous at the same time. They talked about dimensions entwined with space-time, of universes beyond our own. The quantum computer had evolved into a doorway that called out to the wonders of the cosmos, a glimpse into the vast unknown. The whispers led me through a maze of quantum entanglement and illuminated the subtleties of a world outside the realm of human experience. When my experiments intensified, I began to observe strange things happening in the real world. Things appeared to move and contort, their shapes bending in ways that were contrary to the laws of physics. My eyesight was surrounded by dancing shadows, and my world appeared to be woven together by an invisible force. The quantum computer evolved into a hub, a point of convergence for the cosmic energies that existed outside the realms of the physical and digital. The muttering that came from the machine's depths became louder, as if it had created a portal to a different dimension. The rumors intensified that fateful night as I carried out an experiment that tested the limitations of the quantum computer. The room shook with an invisible energy as the symbols on the screen combined to create a dazzling brightness. Something mysterious seemed to be causing reality itself to tremble. A figure appeared before me in the middle of the cosmic turbulence. There it was, Quantum Seeker, their eyes burning with a wisdom beyond earthly comprehension. Now the whispers came from their presence, tumbling through the atmosphere like cosmic wisdom strands. "You have successfully cracked the code of the quantum enigma," declared Quantum Seeker, their voice a melodic synthesis of the faint murmurs throughout the universe. "The boundaries of reality are but illusions, and you stand at the threshold of the cosmic unknown." The space was changed into a celestial wonderland, a cosmic landscape with swirling galaxies. I was standing at the threshold of an epiphany, the quantum computer acting as a link between the tangible and the intangible. The whispers helped me navigate the cosmic dance and showed me the strands that bound the whole of existence together. But when the information came to light, there was a menacing presence in the background. An evil power appeared, threatening to tear apart the very fabric of the cosmic tapestry as the harmony of the cosmos started to falter. Quantum Seeker's demeanor changed from one of knowledge to one of unnerving gravity as his eyes darkened. Quantum Seeker cautioned that the cosmic forces are in flux. Elements beyond our comprehension have taken notice of the quantum riddle. They want to bend reality to their will and break through the limitations of the cosmos. You have to be careful because there's a thin line separating creation and chaos. The burden of responsibility was bearing down on me as the warning echoed across the cosmos. The quantum computer had evolved into a channel for cosmic forces and a target for organizations trying to alter reality itself. The murmurs, which had previously brought insight, now exuded a sense of urgency. Quantum Seeker pointed to the quantum computer. Their eyes locked on mine with a piercing stare. They said, "You are the key to the cosmic equation. You are the only one who can solve the quantum puzzle and bring the cosmic forces back into equilibrium. Reality itself is in danger of disappearing." Quantum Seeker vanished into the cosmic winds with those mysterious words, leaving me by alone at the center of the quantum mystery. The whispers reverberated in a language beyond human comprehension, and the room pulsed with an unearthly energy. I was at the nexus of chaos and creation as the cosmic forces erupted. My command was anticipated by the quantum computer, a vessel for the unknown. The creatures attempting to control reality intruded into the cosmic dance, their dark shapes posing a threat to upset the fragile equilibrium. Suddenly, with a sudden clarity, I started a quantum sequence that matched the harmonies of the cosmic forces. Led by the whispers and the knowledge of Quantum Seeker, the room shook and the creatures flinched away, their evil plans foiled by the balance of the cosmos. The cosmic tapestry realigned and the room took on its earthly form as the quantum sequence played out. The now silent quantum computer lay there like an inanimate object. The murmurs faded, a faint echo of cosmic wisdom remaining. The mystery had been solved, and the forces of the cosmos had been used to bring everything back into harmony. Once a window into the unknown, the quantum computer now stood as a reminder of the careful balancing act between chaos and creativity. After the cosmic experience, I thought about what the quantum mystery meant. My quest on Craigslist, which started with a simple ad, had brought me to the brink of the cosmos, where reality itself had been exposed. I tell you this story not to frighten you, but to serve as a reminder of the many mysteries that exist just beneath the surface of everyday reality. Daring enough to venture beyond the known boundaries into the realm of whispers and quantum quandaries, the cosmic forces lie ahead with its mysterious promise. The Craigslist quantum computer acts as a gateway to the cosmic dance, which reverberates through the cosmos passageways and divulges truths that are outside the purview of human comprehension. I came upon a mysterious listing that started a chain of events that would take me into the heart of a mysterious mystery, an unsettling trip through the maze of whispers that reverberated throughout the digital space of Craigslist, where the ordinary meets the extraordinary. With this advertisement, which seemed harmless at first, Whispering Gallery Experience, Unveil the Unheard, Contact for an Invitation. The message, written by a user going only by silent listener, caught my attention since it promised a unique experience with the invisible, possibly driven by curiosity and a spirit of adventure. I contacted Silent Listener to obtain my invitation to the Whispering Gallery, an email with a mysterious address that took me to a modest building in the middle of the city. As I approached, the facade seemed to hide mysteries behind its unassuming surface. The only sign of the entry was a gentle murmur that appeared to call me ahead. Inside, I saw a dimly lighted hallway that ended at a door with a decorative knocker. I apprehensively lifted the knocker, and the door creaked open to show an area that defied acoustic regulations. I entered the Whispering Gallery, a place where echoes reverberated constantly, producing a haunting chorus of whispers that seemed to come from beyond the visible. There was just one chair in the middle of the empty gallery. There was a mysterious letter on the seat that said, "Pay attention to the echoes, and the unseen will reveal itself." There was a ghostly energy in the gallery air, and the murmurs, a chorus of muffled voices, rubbed against the borders of my awareness. The echoes grew louder as I sat down, creating a tapestry of mysterious messages that reverberated throughout the empty room. The murmurs mentioned long-forgotten details and unspoken stories, chunks of narratives that appeared to exist outside of space and time. The Whispering Gallery seemed to be a portal to the collective unconscious, a place where the sounds of the past, present, and future came together to create an unearthly harmony. The name kept coming up among the ghostly murmurs. The mysterious chronicle seeker. The whispers described a seeker of lost chronicles, an entity who traveled the digital and spectral domains seeking untold stories. It seems that the gallery was connected to the histories that chronicle seeker was trying to decipher. Motivated by a blend of curiosity and discomfort, I explored the spectral echoes more thoroughly. The mysterious stories that resonated through the digital tapestry found a home in the ethereal atmosphere of the exhibition. The murmurs guided me through a record of virtual experiences, each story a piece of the hidden stories Chronicle Seeker aimed to reveal. The voices grew louder, and I saw a vision in my mind's eye, a virtual world where Craigslist ads served as doors to other realities. With every contact, there was a chance to learn more about the mysterious chronicle seeker and the whispering gallery that connected the otherworldly stories. Particularly noteworthy was an ad on Craigslist with the subject Digital Nexus Quest. Seeker Wanted, written by Chronicle Seeker. The message invited readers to explore the virtual and paranormal worlds for lost histories. It seems as though the searchers were selected to solve the puzzles that the Whispering Gallery's secrets mirrored. I replied to the listing as a seeker, drawn in by an overwhelming attraction. The response was prompt, and the instructions provided by Chronicle Seeker led me through a sequence of virtual meetings, a mysterious voyage that took place through the virtual hallways of the internet and the depths of Craigslist. Every time we spoke, I learned a little bit more about the mystery that is Chronicle Seeker. Rumors circulated of a cosmos embroidered with strands of lost stories, a place where virtual interactions were the means of deciphering the histories that lurked in the shadows of the invisible. As the digital hunt went on, I discovered that I was standing at the edge of a cosmic doorway, one that connected the spectral and digital realms. Chronicle Seeker appeared in front of me, their form glowing ghostly, their voice a harmonic combination of ghostly murmurs. You have traversed the digital nexus. These seekers and chronicles seemed to converge in the Whispering Gallery, a cosmic center where the sounds of forgotten stories reverberated in unceasing harmony. Chronicle Seeker pointed to an ethereal portal that glowed with the Whispering Gallery's ethereal energies. Chronicle Seeker pleaded, "Step through the gateway, and the chronicles shall be unveiled." Their cries were now echoed by a symphony of ghostly voices. I had to decide whether to venture into the ethereal unknown or turn away from the mystery that surrounded the Whispering Gallery. I entered the ethereal gateway guided by a sense of destiny, and the murmurs embraced me from the cosmos. As I traveled through the invisible realms, reality itself appeared to bend and change, a voyage through the histories that brimmed with the spirit of the Whispering Gallery. I came upon beings in the otherworldly domains that resembled the remnants of lost legends. They spoke in ghostly tongues, disclosing the mysterious stories that mortal minds could not fathom. It appeared as though the Whispering Gallery was the center of the cosmic tapestry, a place where explorers and chronicles came together to engage in an unending dance. However, as I descended farther into the spectral realm, I began to experience dissonance, a cosmic disruption that seemed to be threatening to tear apart the Whispering Gallery itself. And with voices full of urgency, the ghostly beings warned of an impending imbalance that reverberated across the invisible domains. Inspired by the ghostly beings and the whispers of Chronicle Seeker's knowledge, I began a series of ghostly melodies, a cosmic rite that spoke to the spirit of the Whispering Gallery. The invisible dimensions seemed to come back into equilibrium as the ghostly energies realigned, causing reality itself to quake. I was standing at the spectral gateway's threshold once more as the cosmic energy subsided. Nodding agreement, Chronicle Seeker vanished into the ghostly currents, leaving me standing in the wake of the cosmic convergence. The Whispering Gallery had its mysterious appeal, even if it was now a hub that extended beyond the virtual and ethereal domains. Even though they were muted, the echoes continued to exist as proof of the cosmic fabric that united chronicles and seekers. My trip on Craigslist, which started with an enigmatic ad, had brought me to the intersection of the digital and the spectral, a voyage that went beyond the bounds of everyday interactions. I tell this story not just to explain digital puzzles, but also to show how many mysteries lie ahead for those who venture into the unknown. The Whispering Gallery is a testament to the delicate dance that transpires between seekers and the chronicles that linger in the shadows. And with its spectral echoes and cosmic connections, the gallery reveals secrets that are beyond the realm of mortal comprehension. This eternal symphony reverberates through the corridors of the unseen dimensions,